All right. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. My name's Kate Robinson. I'm really excited to have you all here tonight, just to share a little bit about myself and what we're doing here tonight. Really excited to share the opportunity with you of both health and wealth creation with Juice Plus. I've been involved with Juice Plus now for just coming up 2 years, not quite 2 years, and I've definitely seen a big improvement in both my health and my lifestyle thanks to Juice Plus. So tonight we're going to share with you about our amazing products and program, and also about the online business opportunity with Juice Plus. And I'll share more of my story a little bit later, but tonight, to kick it off, I think we're going to get started straight with our amazing products and program, and I'm going to hand over to the lovely Sam, who's going to share that with you right now.
Hey guys, thanks Kate. So yeah, I get the job of talking about our products, which, to be honest, it's the reason that we're all here in the beginning. It's how I started in the business, and it's definitely our major draw card. So I'll just get straight into it. We've got 3 products. We have our capsules, we have a beautiful whole food sachet, and we also have an amazing kids product. We're very, very lucky with our particular Juice Plus distributor group that we have the awesome Juicy Body Transformation program that we're able to provide our customers with as well. So I'll definitely talk about that too. But to begin with, the capsules. Now, they're really the hero product. You've probably seen these on Facebook, or whoever invited you on tonight, or if you're watching a recording, you've probably seen them raving about these. Now, I've been using them for about 18 months, and they've literally transformed my health. And for me, it's definitely just been a catalyst into living a much healthier lifestyle. So what they are is a really simple, easy, convenient way to increase the amount of fruit and vegetable nutrients that you're getting into your body every single day. That's pretty much it in a nutshell. There's loads of research and science behind the products, which we can definitely share that with you if you're someone that likes to read the science. I was one of those people. I was a massive skeptic about anything that came in a capsule and was touted as, a health product. One of the things I love about the capsules is the simplicity of it. So it's not a multivitamin, which is what a lot of people confuse Juice Plus with. It is a whole food supplement. So rather than a multivitamin, which is like a fractured, man-made, synthetic, just the vitamin C or the vitamin B, not vitamin B, but what Juice Plus is the whole apple or the whole tomato, the grape, the berry, all of those beautiful phytochemicals are put into the capsule. So you're getting the whole benefit as if you were eating the plant or the fruit as well. So I love that about it. It's also super safe. So unlike a lot of supplements around, it doesn't come with a warning that you can't take it whilst you're pregnant, elderly, children. It's safe for children. So I love that about the product as well. How they make the product is everything's vine ripened. So all of the produce has got a really high nutritional content. It's not like what we're getting in the supermarket these days, which is picked way too early and covered in pesticides. So it's really high quality, and that's what you want. Like when you're adding more nutrients in, you want to make sure that it's good stuff that you're adding into your body. Our amazing kids product, which I'll share with you now, I haven't got any left of the fruit one, but basically it's a chewable version, because I know for me as a kid, taking capsule was not my favourite thing, and I guess a lot of parents have that same trouble. So they're super delicious. I've eaten them all, chewable version of the fruit and veg. And there's about 1 million children on these worldwide. So I think that's really cool. It's part of a child health study, and some of the reports that are coming out of that are really impressive. Things like boosted immunity, less sick days, kids actually craving more fruit and veg. So rather than, always wanting to have that sugary treat, actually asking to eat the tomato, which I think that's really weird, but that's some of the stories that have been coming out. And one of the amazing things about this company is that it's definitely a company with a heart. So any parent that's on the product for themselves, because we all know mum and dad need to look after themselves to be able to provide for the family, they can actually sponsor one of their kids for free, and the kids can get the chewables for free whilst they're on the product themselves. So I think that's really amazing. We're going to be hearing from a couple of the guys on here tonight who are going to share their stories about what their experience has been on the product, so I won't bang on about it for too much longer. The other product that we have is the amazing whole food sachets. Now, I don't like to call them shakes because it's not a meal replacement. That's not what we're about here. We're all about foods and real food eating and learning about, how to best live the life, not replacing food. So what these for me have been a really huge saver for my breakfast. I know that toast is really not the best option, and these are packed with superfoods. So if I went to the health food aisle and I was trying to sort of pick out everything that's in these, it would cost me a fortune. We've got things in here like pumpkin powder, pomegranate, spirulina, yucca powder, mushroom powder. It's got alfalfa sprouts, broccoli, radish. I could keep going on, but it's super amazing. And once again, like the capsules, it's just a really convenient way to get more plant-based products into your body every day. The research behind it, which I touched on just very briefly before, one of the main things that I love about it is that it lowers the inflammation in the body, and that's something that a lot of diseases are attached to. So just knowing that the daily consistent habit of that keeps my inflammation down, and that also helps my immunity, that's very good as well. Now the program, just very quickly before we go on to the shares, this is a Juicy Body Transformation Guide. It is packed full of information and recipes and just little tips and tricks and everything you possibly need to know to be able to sort of, I guess, back up taking this amazing product with living a healthy lifestyle as well. And we get that free for all of our beautiful customers. So I love that too. Now I'm going to pass over to Jolene, I think, first tonight, who is going to share a little bit about her product journey. I know she's only been on it for a week or so, but I'd love to hear from you about what your experience has been so far.
Hi everybody. I started on Juice Plus prior to knowing anything about Juice Plus. I had concerns about my son not eating his vegetables, not eating his fruits. I saw Kate's posts on Facebook about being able to drop off her kids at school and still being able to stay home and make money, and this health product. So I don't know Kate, never met Kate before, saw her post, so I thought I'd message her. See, she sent me some information. I watched the video, and after watching the video, this is exactly what I've been looking for my son. So we've been taking it since Sunday morning. I gave it to him Sunday morning. First thing he did was ask me for a piece of tomato. I gave him a piece of tomato. He told me it wasn't that bad. That night we had roast, mixed veggies and broccoli. He ate all his mixed veggies, ate his broccoli, then came back for more broccoli. So I was surprised in that. He's been taking 2 pieces of fruit. Would come home last year with his fruit every day. So he's been eating both pieces of fruit. He said he couldn't eat one today because his teacher had bought him a fruit bomb from school, which is fine. So I've seen massive improvement in him. As for myself, I'm pregnant with twins at the moment, so I've been feeling really lethargic. On Saturday night, I was just so tired, and I didn't want to start my Juice Plus until the Monday, but I thought I'd give it a try just to see if it did anything. I got so much energy from this product. It was amazing, and it really clears your head. It makes you really alert. So on the Sunday, I accidentally took the tablets at night too late. So it was about 7:30 when I took them, and found that I had too much energy that I couldn't sleep. So now I know when to take them. I take them at a reasonable time in the afternoon. I have a great sleep. So yeah, my partner's been taking them as well. He's feeling the same. He says he's definitely a lot alerter now. Like at work, he's got so many things that's going on in his mind, and now he can kind of stop and evaluate things, and definitely a lot more sharper. So yeah, it's going really well.
Awesome. That's so funny that I said the tomato thing before, and your son actually did reach for a tomato.
Yeah.
That wasn't planned. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing, and congratulations on launching your business tonight, and thank you for everyone that's jumped on to support you. That's really cool. And I love that. Do you just want to mute Kate? It's just a little bit background again. I love that. Like, everybody's different, and we've got 2 people that are expecting twins on here tonight, so I'm sure that having that extra boost of energy is definitely making a big difference to you. So thank you for sharing. Now we've got someone That's my cat trying to open a door. We've got someone else who is going to share tonight, the lovely Louise. Now, she's been on product for a fair bit longer, so I'd love to hear her story tonight. We'll pass over to her.
Thanks, Sam. So, hello. I've been on the product for about 14 months now. I was having a really bad health year, and I was constantly sick. I got a really bad virus and I just never got over it. I'm a teacher, so I just kept getting sick. And I've had a problem with my skin for quite some time. So I was looking for something. I'd heard good things, and I decided to give Juice Plus a try. So I started straight on premium and the whole food sachets. I since then straight away increased energy, sleeping heaps better. I haven't been sick in 12 months, which is unheard of for teachers. And my skin has improved so much that I'm constantly getting compliments and people are asking me, what am I doing? So that's really nice. But my biggest and best health benefit came about 5 months into taking the product. So it didn't condition called, well, I was diagnosed with a condition called acute dysmenorrhea, which pretty much means I have severe period pain that they can't treat or find the cause of. So over the years, I've tried everything. I've seen specialists. I've had surgery, exploratory surgery, to try and see if they could find anything wrong, which they couldn't. So I would have nausea, vomiting, fainting, severe cramping, and I would pretty much spend a minimum of 3 days a month taking a minimum of 24 prescription painkillers and muscle relaxants just to function. So to go to work, and then I would go to work and I'd come home and I'd curl up in a ball and sleep. Now, about 5 months into taking Juice Plus, I started noticing improvements. You know, I'd have good months where the pain wouldn't be as bad or as strong. And then I'm now at the point where I have no pain at all. So I still feel uncomfortable. I don't feel like running a marathon. It actually overshare, but it actually has started today, and I didn't feel like jumping out of bed and going and doing a body attack class, but I have taken no painkillers all day, and I did manage a walk this morning. So so for me, that's a massive, massive difference to someone who was, 8 months ago curled up in a ball and couldn't move for 3 days. So so that's my story, and yeah.
Thank you, Louise. Thank you for sharing. And I love hearing the two different, sides of it. Someone that's just started and is having this new sort of burst of nutrients and really feeling things. And then someone that's been doing this for quite some time. And over time, the body has been allowed to heal. And that's something we definitely emphasize with Juice Plus. It's not a magic fix-all, cure-all disease. We don't sort of mention any particular conditions, but it is really amazing what the body does when you feed it properly and you give it the right nutrients. And that can be from helping it with a good supplement, also with, improving your diet. So that's probably enough about our products. Definitely reach out to whoever invited you on tonight, and you can learn more about them. For me, just when I started, I didn't have any major health problems or concerns, but I didn't realize that I could feel a lot better than I did. So yeah, definitely reach out. But we're going to change the gear up a little bit now, and I'm going to hand over to the lovely Natalie, our other twins mummy on here tonight. And she's going to talk about our amazing business opportunity that we have with this product. Thanks, Nat.
Awesome, thank you. I get to be one of the extra twin mummies. They seem to be multiplying within our team, so it's pretty exciting. The great thing that I get to share, I guess, is a little bit about the business opportunity, and it's quite ironic that I get to share this section, because for me it was something that was not going to happen. When it was introduced to me, I'd said no to the product products. I knew that they sounded amazing, but I simply couldn't afford to fit them into my budget. I was a working mum, very tired mum of 2 small children. And I'd been working a lot of hours trying to, just do our normal day-to-day living. And I'd had constantly sick children. So I think when you get to a point in your life where, sometimes you're saying no to being able to improve your family's health because of your financial position, something comes into play there. And for me, I guess I'd started on the product and thought, what, if I could share this with 1 to 2 people a month, that would pay for my product and I'd be a happy girl, that's for sure. I'd never really thought too much about going down the line of growing a big network of business. As a mum, I'd shut off a lot of people. I know we have our close little networks and they're the people that you lean on, but for me, I would go to work and then the rest of my time was with my family. So the amount of people that I had within my network really was quite reduced. So one thing that I guess, or the myth that came up for me, was that I thought I'd have to know a lot of people when I started out in this business. And I guess that myth was blown away really quite quickly for me when I learned a little bit about how the system could grow. In my traditional business that I'd worked in for the last 15 years, I've worked there. I'm a very loyal employee. I've worked in the same job for pretty much my whole working life. And it became the way that I'd grown up. I guess you went to school, you got good grades, you did a trade, and then you worked really hard to climb the corporate ladder of, the job that you had. So for me, I was a trainee optical dispenser, and that was great. Whilst I didn't have children, I was able to spend as many hours as I could working as hard as I could to earn, the income that I was on. But when I had my little family, it became quite apparent that, spending that amount of time away from my family was a big cost, and no amount of money was going to, pay that into my family. So when I looked at this business and I realised that it was more about being able to work with my family, having them around me, doing it in stolen moments beside my business from my laptop in my bedroom, it really started to make sense. So for me, the business grew pretty quickly. And this is where I guess the myth of having to know a lot of people really got blown out of the water for me. Kate, who's on here tonight, if you don't already know, Kate's my beautiful sister-in-law. And she really just shared, the products with me as a way to be able to, I guess, help me get some rest. She knew that I was working really hard. She knew my kids were sick all the time. And, after finding an opportunity that she had, it was, no way she couldn't share it with me. So she linked arms with me and introduced me to the business model and said, Nat, if you just want to attract 2 customers a month to help pay for your own product, I'm happy for that. We'll just work on that goal for you. But really soon, I guess things started to change. A diamond by the name of Sam, who's one of my closest friends, jumped on board and saw that I was having these coffee catch-ups, I was having wine. Kate and I were off doing adventures and meeting new people, and really thought that, she was missing out on something. So she jumped onto our adventure really quickly and really early in the business. So we really hit the ground running because, one, she understood a lot about fitness and nutrition. So she was really able to share that with me and, the other people that I grew in my business as well. Sam linked arms with her niece, Jess. And Jess had just gone on maternity leave. And as you probably get a bit of a flavour here, we do have quite a few mummies on our team. But we've also got some, amazing people who just sort of branch out and do phenomenal things in our business. Jess had met, or her best friend who shared earlier was Louise. And Louise, being in a similar industry, was really starting to get the benefits from the product and sharing those after time to be able to grow in there. And Louise linked arms with Brooke, one of our newer team members as well. And basically what we learned along the way was that each individual person, at some point here, Kate only knew me. And it was really just about teaching me how to attract another person and help improve their lifestyle and help the way that they were living, with their health. So I'd done that. So from this one particular business line, Kate then got to meet Sam, Jess, Louise and Brooke, and people that she'd never really would have crossed paths with over time. After that, what we did, we knew we could do with one, we could do with others. So I then reached out to other people in my business. So we've got Ness, who's on here tonight, and taught Ness exactly the same thing as what we'd actually worked through with Sam. So Ness went on to go and teach other people as well. The thing that I love about this business is it's simple duplication. What you can teach one, you can teach others. And that's where the growth in this business starts to become quite quick and apparent. Each individual person has the ability to share with one or as many people as they can take on, to be able to help them and show them a way to be able to earn that income from home and to be able to help them live a healthier and wealthier lifestyle. So going on from there, it just continues to grow. Each person's invested in their own business, and after a while you can tell it really becomes like a popcorn effect. So my myth of actually being, the one person in the business and I had to know multiple amounts of people, really got thrown away really quickly, because there was so many people then starting to evolve in my business who were, either like-minded like me, who wanted to just grow a little bit extra income or wanted to be able to afford a product for themselves. Or they, really wanted to start to change their lifestyle and wanted to get away from the daily grind of a 9 to 5. So I guess for me that really changed partway into my business, and a little bit after, I guess people having a little bit more belief in myself than I did at the time when I started in this business. Now 18 months down the track, I definitely know that, when my twins are born, and, I've recently finished up with work, that there's things that I'm not going back to, and I'm not going back to that daily grind, because I know that, I can do this from home and I can spend that time with them. I spent my very first day at a playgroup today, being able to walk around with my kids and meeting other mums that actually got to do that from the beginning with their kids. Like my current youngest daughter is 3. And to know that I missed out on that with her was, a really big awakening, to sit down and go, what, I gave up all of that for work when I could have been doing this from playgroup? Like, this is crazy. The other thing that I guess I like to share with people, and most people sort of want to get to know about this quite early on if you're not already asking the question, is how do we actually get paid? We do have an amazing product which Sam shared, and we have some amazing programs, but how does that equal money in the bank account? And how do we actually get to do that from home? So in our business, we run on a system called UTR. So we use the product, we talk about the product, and we share the results with other people. And they're the 3 key things. That's our job description. That's all that we do. So each individual that's either on the product has the ability to share it with someone else. And everyone's results, as we've seen already and heard, can be totally different. The way that we actually get paid from doing that practice, so using and sharing those results, is we have 3 ways that we get paid in our business. The first way is we actually get paid a retail profit. So when we ship and share an amazing product with a new customer, we get paid a retail profit based on that product going out to the new customer. As you grow your team, as I shared just before, we also get paid a commission on the people that we're helping attract other customers as well. So growing in your business base and helping other people will also reward you. The third way, which I'm not sure if anyone gets these anymore, is bonuses. So the cool thing that I love about bonuses in our business, which is a little bit different to the job that I'd had before, is bonuses are uncapped. You can get as many of these in any length of time that you choose. So you set your business up to achieve your bonuses as you go along. So in our business, we've got a few levels, so I'll go through some of those. Tonight, I'm going to share about the bonuses particularly, because they're where you can get some fun money, to be honest. The retail and the commission, if you're interested in hearing a little bit more about that, you can always reach out to one of the leaders in our team and they can share that with you. So the first level that we get to in our business is SDVF. And when you get to SDVF, there's actually a $400 bonus. The really cool thing, because we're a business that rewards people for helping others, and we really want to see our new team members thrive and grow in the business, there's a teaching bonus which is also paid to the sponsor or the person that introduced you to the business. So another $400 goes out to your support crew. Above that is SC, and there's a $600 bonus. And again, a support business crew, another $600. After that level, we get to SSC. And at SSC, there's a $1,200 bonus. So you can see the bonuses just get better with time, and the more you grow your business. Again, a $1,200 sponsorship bonus to your leader in your team. The one above that is QNMD. And there's a $1,500 bonus and $1,500 up to the next one. Now, the pinnacle position in our business is actually called NMD, so it's a National Marketing Director. And this person's really sitting at, the highest point of growth within the business. For these levels, there is more bonuses post this, but for the purpose of just giving you a quick snapshot, we'll stop at the NMD. And there's a $3,000 bonus that's going in here. Now, with these bonuses, as I shared earlier, they are unlimited. So if you go out and help 5 people reach that SDVF level, then you're entitled to that growth in that as well. So the 5 times helping someone get to that level. So that's what I mean about being able to do as many bonuses as you like within the time. The real value, I believe, in our business is definitely hearing some stories of where people have reached within their business and what sort of goals, they've got set for the future as well. So we do have a couple of people sharing their business stories tonight. I know we have, for SC, we're going to get Tessa, who's going to share her business story so far in leading into the business. Hey, Tess.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you, Nat. Not many of you actually realise, haven't met me, is that when I worked in the corporate world, I earned around $200,000 a year. Now, that is a lot of money. But what that actually meant was I wasn't home for my kids. So I handed my kids over for somebody else to look after them. And I knew that, with all the stress of trying to get myself all the way up the top and doing as much as I can and proving myself as a woman that I could do that, it meant that my poor children just didn't have a mum. And it came a time that, I would be yelling at them and telling them off, and everything had to be clockwork. And if it wasn't, I was, got myself even more stressed. Then I knew I had to stop. That was it. I chucked that in. I moved to the Gold Coast, and we started living the life I had just, always imagined, which was looking after my children, being able to pick them up from school, drop them off. And just the looks on their little faces when I first started doing that was gold. So I knew I did not want to go back to that because, I've got a preppy. My last one's now a preppy. And it would mean after this year, I would have to start looking for something else. And I didn't want to go back to what I was like when I was earning that much money. I want to be at home. I want to be there when my kids, grow older and start, high school. And I just wanted to be there for them. So I was looking around, and this came into my lap at a time that I was looking. I looked at the product and it resonated with me because all it is, like you heard tonight, is a whole food product and it's safe for absolutely everyone. But not just that, it's a community behind this that is second to none. I've never worked in an environment where you help each other rise to the top. In my corporate career, everyone was just being, they push you down because they want to get above you. And, that's hard because you have to keep all your knowledge in this little box. You can't tell anyone because otherwise they'll, step up. This one, it's about giving your knowledge to other people, showing and holding hands and making sure that what you know, that they also know, so they too can succeed. And that's what I love about this business. It's not just about the payment plan that I heard Nat talk about. It's not just about the product that's absolutely fantastic. It's like-minded people wanting to do better, you know, for their families, for other people. You know, we're all here to help, and, you know, and that's what I feel very strongly about, and that's, you know, I love it. So that's why I got into the business. Hand you back over to Nat.
That's incredible. Thanks so much for sharing, Tessa. And I love that, you know, this business is built around our families and our lifestyles of what we want to create in our futures as well. So it's really exciting. I actually get to pass Tessa in the school ground now. So I get to wave our little preppies off and away we go. So it's really exciting to be able to share that with her. Another story that I'll get to share in our final one for this evening does come from our boss, Mama Kate. So if she can pop herself off mute and share her amazing story. I know it's been an incredible journey that's got a lot of us started. So
thanks, Nat, and thanks everyone who shared tonight. It's been awesome to hear you all share. I'll just close the door, it's a bit loud outside. So yeah, as I shared earlier in the beginning, I've been involved with the Juice Plus company nearly 2 years. It'll be probably 2 years around the end of February, beginning of March. And I was on the products and the program for 6 months before that. But really in the beginning, when the business was shared with me, I flat out said no. I was a massive skeptic. And my biggest objection was I didn't have enough time. I already worked full time. I had 2 little boys and my husband worked away, and I just looked at this and thought, sounds great, but I don't have enough time. There's no way I could fit this in. So I loved the products in the program and I got amazing results, health results, and so did my whole family. And I knew it was amazing. However, I just couldn't get past the whole objection of I don't have enough time. So when I watched friends that I'd met do really well with this business and create some amazing freedom and really change their life, I thought, you know, why am I saying no? What if this could help me? Working full time, juggling 2 boys and a husband that worked away, I was definitely not getting ahead. I was growing more and more unhappy and more stressed, and I was actually starting to cut back on, you know, me time, the things that I needed to do to fill my cup up. So I said yes, and I thought, what if this could be, you know, the thing that gets me home, so I can work from home and I can work around school hours and I can be there for all my boys' activities. So I did. I jumped all in, and I'm so glad that I did. In my first year of being involved with Juice Plus, I got to get my passport and travel overseas. There was no opportunity to travel before Juice Plus, so that definitely created the opportunity to travel. I went to the US on an amazing trip with such an amazing group of like-minded people. And since coming back from that, my business has just grown from strength to strength. This last year that's just gone, I've been on an all-expenses-paid trip on a leadership retreat for the company down to the Yarra Valley. I've also been to Newcastle, all expenses paid. And I just love, you know, like Tessa shared, that we have an amazing company that really does support you and nurture you and want you to grow as a person. But we've also got an amazing team culture that is all about helping people grow and helping people be the best version of themselves, whether it be with their health or be with their lifestyle and their, you know, financial stability. So for me, it's just completely changed the whole game. After 16 months of being in the business, I did get to quit my full-time job and be at home with the boys. I love the fact that my team is growing of amazing women and also mums and also men that are looking for a better way. You know, they're looking for a way where, you know, they can increase their family's health and they can help other people. And at the same time, they can actually start to create more financial stability for themselves and more choices around what they want to spend their time doing, because we're so conditioned to think that we have to go out and work our butts off for years and years and years to retire with such a little income, whereas, you know, things are changing. People are wanting more time with their family. they're getting sick of the struggle and they're seeing the opportunity in a better way. And so I'm so thankful that I did open my mind up to the possibility. I love the fact that I'll never have to work for someone again and I get to work for myself. But I also love that I can connect with other like-minded people looking for a better way too. So I just want to thank everyone for jumping on tonight, congratulate Jolene for launching her business. And, if you've been invited on to take a look tonight, or if you're watching in a link, please, if any of this resonates with you, reach out to the person that invited you or sent it to you. I know I was a skeptic and I had loads of questions. So I really want, you to reach out and have those questions answered. We are not here to convince anyone. We're only here to help people that are looking for a better way. But I know I definitely had questions, and, there is so many, there's so much information, so many resources out there that we can share with you so that you can get your questions answered. But thanks everyone for jumping on, and I'm just going to end it there now. We can all say goodbye.